What does it really mean to choose yourself? You often hear on the twin flame journey things like you've got to prioritize yourself, you've got to choose yourself, you've got to put yourself first. But what does that all mean? And welcome back to my channel. I'm Breann, a master certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. And I want to go a little bit deeper into this conception or idea or of choosing yourself and just really provide an understanding based off of my own personal experience and others that are on their twin flame journeys, their experiences as well, as to what that really means. And oftentimes, when someone hears, you've got to put yourself first or you've got to, prioritize yourself, oftentimes the immediate thought in there is that I'm going to cut everyone out of my life. Or maybe not as dramatic as that, but something like, okay, so to put myself first, then I need to, put walls or boundaries up with others, but not so quick. All right, it's more of an energetic thing when choosing yourself. And choosing yourself starts with choosing your desires, choosing your needs, choosing your wants. And that's not a selfish thing. That's a beautiful thing. And that's not a way to hurt or harm others. It's simply to honor love. And it's honoring the love within you. And as you choose yourself and you choose your desires, your wants, and your needs, that is how you experience your twin flame choosing you too, because you are respecting yourself. You're honoring yourself as a divine being. What choosing isn't is like an arrogant or egotistical, well, I'm going to put myself first, right? It's not that. It's something that's peaceful and grounded. And choosing yourself can come in many different ways. Like, let's say something that I moved through, in layers throughout my journey was people pleasing. I wanted to make others happy. I wanted to see people happy and joyful. But I found that once I awakened to the twin flame journey or my spiritual journey, that what I was actually doing was I was taking from myself and I wasn't actually making anyone happy. Because if you are a people pleaser and you're manifesting people in your life that are feeding off of that people pleasing energy, they want to be pleased. Well, that energy in itself is being exchanged through the form of ego, right? We may think that it's love. I thought it was love, but really what was happening was that I wasn't considering my own desires. I wasn't considering my own needs and my own wants. And I wasn't very sensitive to it either, not like I am now. But back then, when I say sensitive is that, like let's just, for an example, let's say a friend invited me out, to go out for dinner or something. And I really wasn't feeling it. I was like, well, I'd really just like to hang out at home and just, chill. Like I don't really feel like getting ready and going out and, socializing, things of that nature. But in those moments, I would feel guilty. I would feel shameful. I would be like, but you're going to hurt your friend if you don't, just go do what they were asking you to do. You're going to make them happy. And so what would I do? I would people please, be like, yeah, let's go out. But I would disregard completely my feelings and my wants and my desires. And that creates a toxic relationship. Not that you and your friend in this example are purposely trying to create a toxic dynamic. It's just naturally happening based off of, misbeliefs, upsets, ways that we were raised. We don't know that we're doing these things. And that's important too, that the example that I just shared, if you find that you're doing that in some way in your life or in your journey, the answer is not to be hard on yourself. It's just to simply recognize oh, I see that I've done that before. And yeah, I can see how that didn't really feel honoring of myself. I wasn't really respecting myself there, but that's okay. I'm learning and I'm growing. And aren't we all? And so this is the process of ascension, and this is the process of coming into harmonious twin flame union with your twin flame, is you choose yourself, you honor yourself, and knowing that you're not responsible for another's upsets, just as another is not responsible for you. And naturally, as divine beings, as we create harmony, a harmonious relationship with self, and that's done by loving oneself unconditionally and completely. Well, because we create in our reality that harmonious relationship that you create with yourself, you're naturally going to vibrate into relationships that are in harmony with you. And so, like, let's say going back to that example, and I said, you know what, friend, I'm just really not feeling it tonight. I think maybe I would just like to stay in and just be with myself, maybe just watch a movie and just chill. And that friend's like, well, that's cool. I really respect you and you just being completely honest and transparent with me. And then you go on your merry way, right? That's a very healthy, spiritually mature divine relationship. And so you can see that as you have that divine relationship with yourself, that's highly attractive and magnetic to your twin flame, because you're feeling really good within yourself. You're feeling really respectful of yourself, and that empowers you. And that is a magnet to your man or your woman. And so it's safe to choose yourself. You're not selfish. And it also doesn't mean choosing myself means cut people out of my life or put a wall up. That's not what it means at all. But in saying that, you do want to understand that, like when I was healing this people-pleasing pattern, those that were not choosing to heal, they're not really in the place of wanting to raise their consciousness and their vibration. We naturally don't vibe together anymore. And so you kind of slowly and gently vibrate out of each other's reality. And I know that you've probably experienced relationships like that, where maybe you've had long-term friendships or relationships, and then you find that, as time goes on, you just you no longer resonate with them. And that can happen too as you embark on your spiritual journey, your ascension path, and you start choosing yourself. Like, you're going to find that some relationships, they vibrate out, but love always remains. And so in love always remaining, as you expand in your own self-love, as you grow in your love, you are going to attract relationships that are perfect for you, and they're supportive of you and your journey, and you are for them. And so there's never any love lost. We're simply just spiritual beings that are making choices, and we're creating in our reality, and we're just navigating this life, together. Some are choosing to heal while others aren't yet ready for that. And there's nothing wrong with what another is doing on their journey. And so remember, in you choosing yourself and respecting yourself as a divine being, that attracts your twin flame, because they are you. You choosing you, they choose themselves. And because you are one, you're naturally together in that space. That's the physical manifestation of your togetherness. So relax and choose yourself. And if it brings up any uncomfortable feelings, just simply move through those, process them, and keep choosing yourself, because you're deserving of all of your heart's dreams and desires. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe.